Shoot news and reviews, man. We back with another one. We got your boy Quando Rondo on trial, and I'm Rod the Water God.
Yeah, I'm Ja. You know, we got to talk about Taquan Terrell Bowman, held on no bond. You know, he recently went to court a day or so ago, 4:46 p.m. in Savannah, Georgia, and he's being accused of having a managerial role in the Rollin 60's, and he's also being charged with using a phone to sell weed.
Now, now before we start, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You know, we love or we appreciate, you know, the feedback, and we also appreciate that you subscribe if you keep watching. A lot of y'all watching the content. And just wanted to get it out of the way. Now, I wanted to ask you, management role. We talked about the management role in the case of I forget your boy's name. Do you think he can get the same sentence as the management role in the BMF case? What's your boy name? You said, well, didn't snitch. He just had a management role.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Big Meech, Lil Assist, the dude the rapper for BMF, the rapping guy.
He didn't have a managerial role.
Oh, okay. He didn't have a managerial role, but he did.
Back to Quando. 49 count indictment. 18 other individuals roped up as well. And he spent his whole career convincing us that he's a Rollin 60 Crip. He wears the rags. He does the handshakes and everything like that. But his lawyer came to court and tried to convince the judge that he's a local hero. He's done good in the community. He has a successful business. He's not a flight risk. But I think that's going to be a tough sell. Tough sell.
Why you say that?
Well, they think he's a manager in the Rollin 60's Crips, bro. They just raided his homeboy's crib. They found firearms and fentanyl pills. It's a lot going on. In addition to that, they're trying to put this weed stuff on him. It seems small compared to the other things, but they're giving him a hard time because he drove to Macon to pay a weed supplier. Also in Georgia, it's a mandatory 5-year sentence for gang crimes. So if they could establish that he did this in furtherance of a gang, they gonna try to put that nickel on that boy. And you get a mandatory 10 years for recruiting minors to a gang. A lot of these guys that they're riding around with are young guys. And when I was talking about it's going to be tough to sell him as some upstanding member of the community is because this guy, I don't know if they're going to bring his priors into that, but I think it does come up when you're talking about bond. This guy, Little Tim, was with him. You could say he was a victim in this instance, but Little Tim is the one who killed King Von. That was his homeboy. He was there at that incident. Then he was involved in an incident in California where his homeboy, Lil Pop, was killed in a drive-by. Another thing that he was a victim in, but after that, he was on camera and on videos trying to renounce his membership to the Rollin 60 gang. So it's like you in or you out.
No. Now, you said your piece. I think that's going to help him. That he did that he renounced his other gang is going to, because that happened like last year. I think it was a year ago.
Yeah, but we don't really know the timeline. These might be crimes that he committed before that video came out. You know, they can get you for your past. You don't have to currently be a member to still get flipped. You know? And all it takes to, one of the criteria for proving that you're a gang member is you saying that you're a gang member and affiliated with other gang members. He did a good job of that. And it's crazy that he's even in this position because I remember him being online talking about NBA YoungBoy giving him $1 million in cash. If you believe that, why are you still in the trenches, you know, riding around, you know, getting, I don't know, man. This shit crazy. Let's play a little bit of this for context.
Terrell Bowman is a Savannah rapper indicted on gang and drug charges. A Chatham County grand jury indictment accuses him of being a leader of the so-called Rolling 60's gang. He tweeted this message to his family on Friday after turning himself into police. What the tweet doesn't tell is that law enforcement was gathering evidence against him and the gang.
If you notice that on that message, he said, "Tell grandma I'll be back," and he doubled up the C's. So if you're trying to prove to people that you're not a Rollin 60 gang member, might be time to stop, making messages like that. They picked up on that, but let's proceed.
The day before, WJCL 22 News exclusively recorded this raid of a home on Reynolds Street near Hamilton Court Thursday morning. We learned it was one of 5 houses in Chatham County that a joint team of officers from Savannah Police, the Chatham County Narcotics Team, and agents from the FBI and the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms searched from 6 o'clock in the morning until almost 9. Law enforcement sources tell WJCL 22 News they were looking for evidence connected to the Rollin 60's gang, which they describe as violent and connected to illegal drug sales. Bowman, or Quando Rondo, was charged with traveling to Macon, Georgia to purchase marijuana after negotiating the price for the gang.
I gotta lie, that don't seem so bad. I don't know why y'all tripping on that.
What?
So what, he went to Macon, Georgia and bought a little weed? I mean, y'all could let that slide. I don't know. Let's go.
We watched as 2 people living inside the home were taken into custody. They are among the 19 people indicted by a Chatham County grand jury on charges of gang activity and drugs. The people living in the home on Reynolds told WJCL 22 News they were woken to law enforcement pounding on the door, threatening to break it down. They told us no one in the home is connected to a gang, and any weapons found inside the home were legally purchased.
Yeah, so it's pretty serious, bro.
It don't seem like they really got nothing, something. They don't got no bodies. They don't got no murder. You know what I mean?
He's not being charged for a murder. He just tried to get bond and they denied it.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. But y'all I
don't know, man. You seem like you jumping out the gun. He got evidence. If they didn't have no evidence, they wouldn't be trying to indict him.
Federal. It's federal, right? Or is it state?
Seems like a federal indictment. They're trying to get him on a RICO. It could be a state let's see if we could read a little bit here from an authoritative source.
Yeah, look like Georgia.
He's facing felony charges, including a violation of the Gang Act, and he appeared in front of a judge Friday for the first time since being arrested a week ago. He'll have to stay in Chatham County Detention Center after the judge said she'll have to review arguments from the state and defense before determining whether to grant bond. It sounds like it might be a state thing. So you think that could help him out?
Yeah, the state kind of sloppy with how they do stuff.
His lawyer is arguing he don't need to be selling drugs. He's a celebrity. That's a good one. But we know that people will do shit like that. I mean, we just watch who is that? What's his name? Fetty Wap, famous rapper, just got cased up for selling D-Rug.
Cased up that had bricks, but that don't mean the average football player don't be having nothing, and the average rapper don't really be on that, man.
You said the average football player?
Yeah, it was like they're a football player that got caught that was selling drugs as well, but.
Oh, I mean, maybe not the average, but we know it'll happen. That don't to me.
Yeah, it'll happen.
That to me don't seem like. I mean, I expect them to bring that up, but that don't seem like a good defense. Just because you're a celebrity, it don't mean that you can't sell drugs. And we're in a climate right now where we watch rappers do dumb shit on a daily basis. We done made a whole podcast based around that.
I don't want to say that now. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Listen, you might not want to believe it, but hip-hop culture has become crime culture. I'm listening to the music. I thoroughly listen to Gunna's album, Thug album. I'm listening to Pusha T, Jim Jones diss tracks, but we always end up with a story about court cases. And why do you think that is? You were saying earlier some of our most successful videos have to do with court cases. And why the heck do you think that is?
We don't know, man. I mean, we've been tied, man. The culture have a lot of ties to prison system and jail and
it seems like you're proving my point. What I'm trying
slavery
to say is like, we're talking about hip hop adjacent shit. We're gonna be talking about rappers committing crimes a lot of time.
And that's when you got to talk about slavery. You got to talk about, because that's when, I mean, when you go to jail.
God.
I'm really going.
Okay, no, go ahead. Listen, go ahead.
When you go to jail, I'm hearing that that's what makes you an official slave nowadays. Correct? Like by law.
Yeah. There's some truth to that.
Okay, so that's where I'm like, yeah, you saying hip hop, slave, you know, they're turning into.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to go that route, you know, we're talking about slavery now.
No, I ain't talking about like I mean, just hip hop going to jail. I mean, I would say you have to say that, mention that, but yeah, so a lot of them going to jail, man. It was another rapper that we Quando Rondo. It was another rap. I mean, they all
man. That reminds me of some shit Trick Daddy said. I think Trick Daddy got some shit where he was talking about people playing the race card too much.
Oh, you feel like I'm playing the race card?
Yeah, man. Like,
I wasn't.
Do we need to bring up that every time one of these niggas get cased up, man? Could this just be Rondo, you know, getting exactly what he had coming to him? Like, of course we know our position in this country, what we come from, you know.
That's what we do.
He done made it out, dog. Like, I'm not giving him that bail, dog. I'm not gonna do it, dog. I'm not. Just so everybody knows I'm not crazy, though. Maybe we'll get into this next one, but Trick Daddy tired of people, black people playing the race card. I want to get into a bigger discussion about, is we always bringing that up? You know, I'm tired of niggas playing the race card when it comes to everything. Niggas is other niggas' only problem. I don't think I agree with everything he's saying, but I'm just saying, man, we can't go there with Quando, dog. You think he's just a product of his environment? This is just a kid from the wrong side of the tracks, and you know.
I think all of these kids.
He's from Savannah, Georgia. You ever been to Savannah, Georgia? That's like the rich part of Georgia.
No.
Yes, I don't know from experience, but
right.
I used to. Let me explain.
Go ahead.
I used to do a lot of telemarketing, and you know this.
Yeah.
One of my first telemarketing jobs, we was calling for like donations of some kind of charity or whatever. When Savannah, Georgia came up on the dialer, we used to get crunk. That's where the people in Georgia got money, dog. Savannah, Georgia.
Okay. Well,
all I'm trying to say, I'm not saying that he didn't have a hard time there. I'm not saying that we're not up against some.
No, it's a gutter part. It's a gutter part of Savannah, bro.
But listen, I would be more comfortable with giving him that kind of bail if he was still in the trenches. You done told me NBA YoungBoy gave you $1 million cash. You done got a record deal. You're out here touring. You're able to actually still have your life after everything that you went through, and you still out here playing. Nah, man, he looking real goofy to me. And I think Quando's talented. You know, I don't have no Quando in my playlist, but you know, he does the singing, rapping thing. He dances. He's funny. You know, if you ever watch like a Quando short or something, he's hilarious. And he just threw it away, man. He fumbled the bag. This is goofy nigga activity, though. I can't put it on that. You know what I'm saying? I'll save that for somebody else. Like a matter of fact, if I was gonna bring something like that up, it's this lady, man, Ruby Freeman. Y'all look her up. I like to just inject some real news in here. We always talk. Ruby Freeman is the person that Donald Trump tried to accuse of doing some funny stuff with the election, where he said the election was stolen. We know that's a lie. That's a black lady, right? She just now getting cleared for election lie, you know, from last election. That's somebody I would say is like a victim of, like, you know, the whole race card thing. You know?
Black woman.
Yeah.
Or you mean
Ruby
Trump?
Freeman.
Okay.
Donald Trump accused her. He put it on her. He lied on her. And she's a black lady, you know, from a smaller place out there putting her neck out in the line trying to get black people to vote. And she was villainized by Donald Trump. That to me seems like a race issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to like rush to defend her. Like, we could march about that. I could be an activist about that. Quando, not so much. I don't think I'm gonna be losing. I don't think I'm gonna be losing much sleep over a Quando. I'm gonna be real with you.
Right.
Nah. No, he had chances. He's a young guy. I hope he gets it right. But goddamn, when are we gonna say like, damn, like this is you? At least be accountable. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm being too hard on.
Listen. I think he got a chance at beating this. I think that he renounced the game. Yeah. He's
still too early to tell.
Got to do his thing, but yeah, he can't lay down. You got to continue fighting. If you feel you innocent, there's been a lot of people that's been, charged and beat. Somebody just beat their charges. A famous rapper beat the feds. His name is Filthy Rich. Y'all look into that. Maybe we'll do
different facts yield different results.
Yeah,
every case is different. We haven't really seen the evidence against Quando. It could be weak, but he just strikes me as somebody that's not that bright. Like,
well, public opinion, I get you. It always gonna be like that. We always gonna look at when these rappers get convicted, we're gonna be like, yeah, they got them, they got everything. They're just, it's tied up in the rap. But I like to see the facts. I like to see what evidence they have. I like to understand because we've been through this, and we know that sometimes it get a little shady on both ends.
That's fair. That's fair. You want to do another one, or you want to just go ahead and get up out of here?
Yeah, it's 32, man. Let's go ahead and what you.
All right, man. Y'all chime in, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about Quando Rondo. Your boy Taquan Terrell Bowman.
Yeah, shrewd. Shrewd, man.
Yeah.